Corey Swargas here for Slap News, and we are catching up with the King of Kings, Ryan Phillips. What's going on, my man? There seems to be a lot of controversy right now for a guy that isn't competing. You're stirring the pot. You're making things happen. You're staying in the news. You keep on throwing up those whoppers. What's going on, my man, these days?
Hey, the king has arrived, baby. We still here in 23. We're kicking some ass. I'm stirring the pot. It's no thing. No, I gotta let the people know who really won the
Yeah.
last match against Dwayne Crespo. All this shit talking behind my back, not only from Power Slap guys, but Slap Fight guys as well, calling me out while I'm injured. Hey, it's good to be the king, but hey, when you're at the top of the mountain, people are trying to climb up and you're in the way, right?
Absolutely, man. You're keeping yourself relevant. You are staying in the coaching realm. What's the difference between coaching and actually competing as well?
Oh man, there's a ton of differences, obviously, but coaching for me, man, it's something I've done my whole life professionally. For big companies like T-Mobile. Now working with Nordson as well. I do some coaching here and there for people. So communication is something that I'm pretty good at. And who better to be the coach of the King of Kings? Said it right. Guys trust me. I trust them. I put my heart and soul in this sport. Want to make it what it is today. And they know that. I know it. The brass know it. So who better, the King of Kings, to be the coach? Season 2 coming soon. May, baby.
Absolutely. So, you were there, Power Slap #1. You were there for the rehearsal as well for the young guys to get them ready. Were you actually helping them prepare in regards to the actual training aspect, showing them some techniques and stuff that you picked up, kind of being the OG for the last year?
Yeah, I did. I dove deep into my brain. I gave them a lot of knowledge, tried to keep some secrets here and there. Just kidding. It's almost impossible to keep secrets with this sport. But, I gave some tips to all the guys. It was great to get to know them. It was great to show them technique. Even, you saw in the matches that have just happened on the Wednesday slap fight day. You can see like Alan Klingbein, he threw it down, man.
Yeah.
Babyface Blackburn, that match was insane. Like that match to me was my top favorite. I don't know if I can give it #1 because there's so many great ones that, but I would say tied for #1. That was one of my favorite matches.
Yeah. My favorite match is still, Ron Beta taking the win with you cornering him. I think that's legendary.
As the main event, yeah, that's nothing top.
Hands down. Between both days, so the rehearsal and Power Slap #1, what is the tally of Ryan as a coach versus Donovan?
Well, the first day we actually tied.
Okay.
It was a good day. It was it was even, dead even. One of my guys, unfortunately, High Speed. Shout out to High Speed. He couldn't compete. That probably would have been a decider. I honestly, truly believe that I would have taken the win. So, but shout out to Donovan. We tied that day. The next day though was wild. It was blue team all day. We were just putting down for everyone. We were the underdogs. It was just such a wild night, man. Breathless. Even thinking about it, I'm breathless right now.
Yeah, I think you actually opened up the night of Power Slap #1. Like you were 3 in a row, I believe. We had Robert started off the night. We had Waylon in there. Travis was in there. So I can't recall. It was at least 3, possibly 4 matches in a row to the blue side.
Yeah, I honestly, it was Robert, Travis, and then Waylon was one of them.
Yeah. And then Ashbury and Provost.
Provost won too. Yeah, because I remember going I thought it was 5 in a row for me. I was going crazy. In my head, I had stuff on the line too. I wanted to show that first of all that I'm bred for this, dude. I can coach, I can fight. My mind is slap fight enabled, man. I'm in this game. I've been in this for a very long time. I have posts from 2015 saying, why aren't my slap fight videos viral? So I've been in this game for a while. It's my time to make history. It's my time to make this sport into a legitimate sport. Even though it's been around for so long, we're still pushing to legitimize it. There's still haters in the comments. We got to get rid of them. So who better to help out with that than the face, the king? But it's a growing sport still. I'm still learning too. I'm not saying I'm a veteran of anything, but I'm still learning myself. I think we're all still learning. To be completely honest with you, we learn something all the time. So, yeah, it's a great time to be a fan of slap fight. That's for sure.
Awesome, man. I mean, absolutely. I'm going to ask you one last question about coaching before we get into your competitive side. Are we going to see you at Power Slap #2 being a coach? Are you still rehabbing, or is there a chance we might actually see you back up there at the table?
Yeah, the King did such a good job that the people are looking out and they want the King. They're asking for him by name. So the King's going to be back, season 2 coming soon. The next event's in May. Obviously, we all know that it's public knowledge, but yeah, I'm going to be a coach for that. I'm not sure if I can divulge in who's going to be my opposite, so I'm just going to keep that on the down low. But the King is unfortunately injured. They're keeping him busy, keeping him in the limelight, stirring the pot, making sure that the King is a relevant name in this sport.
How long do you think the rehab's going to be for you? How many more months out are we from seeing you back up there?
Oh man, it's it was a serious injury, more serious than I actually imagined. At the time, it was something like I was like, oh, I'll just get better. I'll get surgery. A couple of weeks, I'll be back. No, it's been taking a while, man. So I just saw the doctor, and we're gonna have a review here in 3 months. So summertime might be the return, but that's the next progression. I just started actually loading up some more weight, more than 5 pounds. Dude. Like that's not a lot. I was telling 60 pounders when I was.
Gotcha, my man. So are we able to? I'm not sure if we're having some Wi-Fi issues, or if are you able to get your mic a little closer to your mouth by chance?
Can you hear me now? Good.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm getting you kind of in and out, but all good, man. I'll try to do the best we can here.
Okay.
That's all. But yeah, so let's talk about one of those athletes that partaked, that I'm not sure if he was on your side or not, but Austin Turpin in the rehearsal has been talking some smack. He's been getting some press with the guys at Power Slap, and he's signaling out you specifically at number 5 in the heavyweight rankings.
Yeah. Who? I don't even know who this is, really, man. I saw him. He was posted on the website. I saw him fight, live. It wasn't that big of a deal to me. It wasn't that good of a match. It was forgettable. I don't really remember it too much. I remember some guy jawing off at me while he's fighting, and in the back they're telling me don't do anything. I'm like, do what, man? This guy is lightweight. He ain't nothing, bro. He's a pipsqueak guy. The guy looks like it looks like like I said, a gigantic meatball, like with a mouth just yapping away, like a screaming chihuahua. And the louder they are, man, usually it's just a lot of bark but no fight, man. And from what I've seen, it's no sweat to me, man. I'm seriously number 1 caliber. I'm champion caliber, man. And these people thinking that I'm some, because I have these losses on my record. These got asterisks, big asterisks next to those losses. Because first of all, I've been posting videos about how I didn't lose. I'm getting robbed by the refs. And, the one I will fight was just a shit fest where we were all just fouling anyway. So that doesn't even count. They weren't even going to count it, but they did. So this ashes is on those losses. I'm champion caliber, man. I'm right up there. I'm Darius and Wolverine strong, bro. We'll see what happens when I get back. But, hey, Austin, stop being disrespectful, man. I'm injured. I'm not here. I can't fight. You're just blue balling me at this point. Do I want to fight you? Hell fucking yeah, I want to fight you. I want to fight everyone in the division. I want to fight everyone in Power Slap. Slap fight, bring them on. Chin up, chin down, whatever, chin check, come bring it. Everyone. I want everyone in this game. I'm not afraid of no man. There ain't no man on this earth that's going to do nothing to the king. This is my kingdom. I'm making this what it is. That's why you see me on the news. You see me, ripping promos on national news like Fox News, like fucking News Nation. You see the king. You see the king repping the companies. You see the king just being the man at the top of the mountain, man, the man of the hour. That's who I am. You know, and I got these chumps coming out and calling me out. Dude, don't call me out. I'm injured. This is disrespectful. You know, the slap fight guys, I got to give the slap fight guys, you know, shout out Demon and even Rocky. Rocky called me out too, but they stopped. They saw I was injured. They stopped. They got respect. This big guy is just running my name and just trying to get himself and build himself up to be something he's not. Because he's not no man that's going to step to me. And that big meatball, that dude looks like he just brought the Krispy Kreme and the jelly donuts. He ain't going to do shit. I'm going to knock his ass out one jaw at a time. Boom!
There we go. So you're going to request him by name for the first competitor back? You want to make sure he's there and give him a dose of that King of Kings special?
No,
left or right?
I'm not calling anyone out. They're calling me out. He's number 8. I'm number 5. I should be number 1. He's down the rankings. He needs some fights. He needs to come up.
Yeah.
There ain't no way this man's gonna fight the king, especially his next opponent. His next opponent ain't no joke, man. Ain't no joke. And he had a hard time with Cody. Cody ain't no joke either. But that match was sloppy. You know, nothing but sloppiness. It's forgettable. Power slap. He wants to forget. I know it. That's why they played it out first. It was just a sloppy mess of a match. Yeah. You know, and this dude comes out and starts calling me out. You know, who the fuck do you think you are, man? Come on. This dude's obviously brain dead. You know, when he threw his slap, it was right at the guy's shoulder. It was awful.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Definitely a good sport. I mean, yeah, like, you know, we've seen some of these sloppy matches back in March of 2022. And we see some of it coming back in the rehearsal. In a sport that you can't spar, in a sport that you have a limited amount of opportunities to strike a live competitor, how does it get cleaned up? How do we improve the rules so that there's more accuracy? And like, where does the sport go from here so that when athletes actually get up there for the first time, we're not seeing this repeat of sloppiness happen time and time again?
You know, people come into this event and they don't train. They haven't been training, you know. The King's been training. You know, I've been at this for a very long time. Since I seen Wolverine stepping up to the table and knocking fools out, one hit clean, stinging them to rosy red on the cheek. You know, I've been training. I've been doing this for a while, you know. Don't get me wrong. So it's just practice. You know, these guys need to practice. And I think all the guys that have just competed, including, the big OGs, the big dogs, we're all practicing now. So it's going to get better. What I think should happen, I think the rules should get a little bit stricter. I think instead of 3 fouls, it should be 2 fouls and you're out. At least 2 clubs. If it's 2 clubs, you should be out. Disqualification. Yeah. No one should be clubbing. You know, the hits to the eye, you know, the jaw jacks to the throat, you know, some of these kind of intentional. But if we're the pros of the game, if we're at the top of the mountain like the King is always, we need to get better, and we need to get 2 fouls, disqualification. And that's a great rule, I think, that should be implemented. Yeah. Other than that, Corey, I think just overall practice, you know, we're getting better. I'm getting better, you know, and I think over time you're going to see that Power Slap League, there's next to none.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, improving fighter safety, definitely paramount. But what do you think about the recruiting process that Power Slap is looking? Because, I mean, I get a ton of DMs from people that have applied into Power Slap. And I'm like, hey, like, what's your background? And they're like, I have no combat experience ever. And so, I mean, it's attracting people, which is interesting and unique, that have never competed in power sports, that think that they have the ability to get into it. But in regards to how they're recruiting and how these individuals, obviously from the rehearsal, there was many of them there that have never competed either amateur or professional in any type of combat sport. Like, what do you think the recruiting process, you know, needs to be and how it should evolve? Because, I mean, it is obviously paramount of fighter safety to make sure that these athletes have an adequate amount of training. And like you said, putting in the reps in practice so that when they get up there, you know, everyone can stay safe. And obviously, you know, I don't think you ever want to intentionally hurt somebody. Obviously, you want to knock them down so that you win, but you definitely don't want to have, you know, long-term sustainable injuries and or death in this sport. So, like, what do you think from a recruiting standpoint that needs to be done to help, you know, make sure that these matches are clean and fair?
It's a very, very good question. It's definitely very hard to pinpoint exactly what you can do with the recruiting process because this sport it's not a very technical sport, not a very physically demanding sport. So really anyone can do it. But yeah, you're right. How do we find the diamonds in the rough? How do we pick the needles in the haystacks, the ones that stand out?
Yeah.
I think the process that they have right now, they're doing some light screening. They have them throwing slaps at dummies or, whatever they can to show the technique that they have. They screen for their social medias. They see if they have any sort of backing or any background. I honestly, I think with the last group of people that they had come in, they did a fantastic job. All of those guys are straight. Even the guys that I didn't think were murderers, except
Mm-hmm.
all except for one. But I think they're all a great set of guys that really did show up, and they did a great job with that day, that prelim day that we had.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they're doing, I think they're doing a great job of it. I mean, obviously they got me. I'm one of those people. I'd be a hypocrite to
Yeah.
say we can't have anyone that doesn't have any experience, because I literally don't have any experience. And look at me. I'm main eventing like all the time. So it's I think it's the luck of the stroke.
Yeah.
It they it who knows.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, let me kind of go at a different angle. So, I mean, Power Slap number two for a lot of the undercards, or number one for a lot of the undercards was 2,000 to show, 2,000 to win. There's some speculation and rumors that for Power Slap number two, it's 5,000 to show, 5,000 to win for some of the undercard matches. This is unconfirmed, just you and I, shooting the shit. When you start getting in that range of $5,000 to show, looking at a number of the regional and smaller professional, MMA realm, like we're now talking that is double, triple, even quadruple what some of these smaller organizations are offering MMA fighters. And so by having those salaries rise, I think we're going to start to see some unique talent and athletes from other disciplines start to come over, because now it is legitimizing the sport and legitimizing that this is a very profitable, or can be a profitable venture, because the salaries are rising incredibly quickly. Like, this is such a young sport. But where do you think that magic number kind of lies? Are we there already, or do you think it still has to continue to rise, maybe even past 5,000 to be able to attract some of the premium talent into Power Slap?
Well, let me be the first to say that anything with pay is just pure speculation.
Yeah.
I can't comment on what people make. I can only comment on what I make, and what I make is not even around that number. So, I'm locked in. I'm doing great. I'm having a great time. As the number rises, of course, you're going to get more people that are interested and bigger people that are interested. I mean, even now, where we're at, people are interested just seeing how popular it is. I mean, we're getting millions and millions of views. I put up a post the other day. I got a video at like 76 million views. It's insane.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Will more money attract bigger talent? Hell yeah, man. There's
Yeah.
some on the way.
Yeah.
We're only number two. A lot of guys are already talking about making the switch, and we're here. I called out Bigfoot Silva. Bigfoot Silva is a fucking legend. Where the hell is he at, though? I haven't heard
Yeah.
back. I would love that fight, by the way. You said, who do you want when you come back? Bigfoot fucking Silva. Where you at, big boy? Come on. Called your ass out, you big tiki head looking motherfucker. Stonehenge.
Yeah. I mean, after he put out that comment, he's kind of went silent on the whole Power Slap thing. But there's somebody else who hasn't been all that silent. It goes by a guy in the name of Dwayne Crespo as well.
Oh, is that something on?
Seems to be going back and forth here a little bit.
Hey.
I seen you some shots back talking about the little, some clubbing and stuff going on. It seems like the hatchet isn't buried there. So what's going on between the two of you guys right now?
Hey, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I put the videos up. You're watching the video. You're seeing me getting blasted in the eyeball. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not a good hit. That's not legal. You're hitting me in the eyeball. Sometimes palm first, brother. That ain't right. That's against the rules. People get called for that. But I get it. I want to blame the refs. Everyone wants to blame the refs. You know what? I don't blame the refs, because when the king gets on the stage, it's just a stellar moment. You're in the moment. You're not really paying attention other than the fucking king of kings coming up there, bringing the fucking fire, making the show hot. taking those hits like those inhumane hits, the hits that'll put anyone out. I'll take them. I'll eat them. Like nothing. Just stand there and look dead in the eyes, baby, because you ain't doing shit. But Dwayne Crespo, man, he clubbed me 3 times, man. That's why I said, after 2, it should be lights out, disqual. But they didn't call any of them. What? And you seen it, Corey? You seen it yourself, man. Well, how were those shots, bro? A little bit high, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, definitely looking back looking back on the slow mo, you definitely see more of the how do I say it? Off the
more of the
shots.
fouls,
Absolutely.
baby. More of the club
Absolutely.
sandwiches. He was sandwiching me, man. Turkey sandwich, bacon on top, club sandwiching me in the fucking eye, bro. Got me the rosy red eye for a couple weeks, pancake face. I was looking like shit. But guess what? You know what? I'm going to let the fans know. I know he's mad at me for bringing it up, but I'm going to let the fans know who the real winner was that night. Because I had not only one broken arm, I had another tear in my forearm, a bad one that I couldn't lift for months with this arm. And I still went in there and I still put on a show and I still won that match. As you can see with the slow-mo videos at my Instagram, _King_Ryan Phillips. See that video, slow-mo club sandwiches, 3 of them, ate them all up, no calls, no win. But we know who the winner is. The real winner's the king, baby. Always. Woo!
So Power Slap calls you back, and they offer you a rematch against Dwayne Crespo. How long is it take for you to accept that fight?
I'll accept it right away. I told them, give me anyone. They called me up. They said, we want you to call out Bigfoot Silva. I'll call out Bigfoot Silva. We want you. Actually, here's a little scoop. They actually wanted me to fight Austin Turpin in May. And I said, let's do it. Bring it. But guess what? The doctor's not going to sign off because of my arm, So the doctor couldn't sign off on it. Unfortunately, I could go in with my left. I'm not afraid to go back in with my left. It's a little bit more accurate now. Watch out. But, the doctor has to sign off, and the doctor won't do it. So, I would have definitely fought Austin, but, hey, here I am injured still. And, I'm riled up, ready to go. Give me anyone. Give me fucking, whoever. Give me Darius. Give me, just give me Disturbing the Peace. Everyone's forgetting that Disturbing the Peace called me out too. This dude, this highway cowboy, whoever the hell he is with that hat, I had to put on his head the other. God, give me a break with that gimmick. You need the fur coat. You need the pizzazz, brother. Bring it on, bro. I can't wait. If I get to fight Dorian, holy shit, that's going to be the match of the century. Fireworks, explosions, atomic bombs going off. Tell you what.
Absolutely, man. I mean, so you have been training with your left. Like, obviously you keep working every single day, refining that left hand as well, just in case you need to come back a little bit early.
I mean, haven't you noticed the King's looking good, brother, since the last time you see me? The weather's looking good. Going out for hikes with the ladies, hitting the treadmill 2 miles a day for the past couple of weeks, brother. I'm still in there. Am I going to tell you what I've been doing with the left? Probably not. I'm keeping it a secret. We got a secret weapon now. Cool. We got the Excalibur. We got the Soul Slicer. But I'm waiting for the Soul Slicer to come back, man. That right hand is nothing to fuck with. This thing's coming in hot. You saw the score. First place. And I didn't even put any real sauce on that, dude. That thing is still, still got some power left behind that shit. So, people better watch out when I'm all 100%, because so far, you've only seen me at 10% if you're watching only the show. And the qualifier, I hurt my arm right before the match, so I was like 50% for One Eye Wolf too.
Absolutely, man. So kind of looking at it here, we're kind of seeing, every 3 months seems to be we're going to see a card. So we should probably see another one kind of the end of August, early September. Is that kind of penciled in right now in a perfect world for your return, you think?
Look, I want to put a date on it. I truly do. And I want to get back as soon as I possibly can. But, it's unfortunately, it's in the doctor's hands. The doctor is the guy that I have to get past. And so far, I just got done with an appointment last week. And, I got to wait another 3 months to get any sort of, clearance. I just got cleared to lift more than 5 pounds on this arm. And to be honest with you, my left just came back recently too. It just healed up without using it for, quite a while, being real light with it, And also the physical therapists are working on it too, because I've asked them. I can't really, don't tell anyone. But they're working on that one too. So I'm getting better.
Cool.
I'm getting, as time rolls on, I'm getting better. I'm learning more as a coach. I'm learning a lot too. There's actually a lot of stuff that I've been, picking up on after watching more and more of the event. But August, September, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Awesome. Well, I'll ask you a bigger macro picture. We've seen an incredible growth of Power Slap so far, but where do you see it going here in the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months?
Well, obviously it's going to Abu Dhabi. We're going to have another season, maybe another season right after that too, because aren't 2 and 3 supposed to be like the War of the Worlds or something like that in Abu Dhabi? So, hopefully we'll see that come up. So I think that's going to bring a lot of viewerships, especially for the overseas viewership. I know my buddy Darren Godfrey is on the website. He's from the UK, and it seems like he's going to go to the Abu Dhabi. So that guy's a character and a beast himself. So, I think things are going to be big. They're going to get bigger and bigger. The deal with the Rumble, that's hitting off pretty well. Our videos are doing extremely well. My podcast is doing extremely well on there as well. We had one of our podcasts hit 4,000 views, so that's pretty sweet. We got bigger people coming in, bigger characters. We're trimming the fat. People are starting to learn more. People are starting to do more interviews, coming on Slab News, talking with you, Corey. Getting more just training in their interviews, and we got some surprises up our sleeves. It seems like every corner we got something new coming out. So I think it's going to be pretty big, man. Pretty big.
Nice.
But hey, this is something I want to say to everyone in Power Slap. Everyone needs to step up. We need to get the characters out, man. Everyone's really being quiet, really being dormant, man. Let's get these social medias firing, bro. Let's get these videos. Let's make videos. Let's do some, crazy promos. Let's get this shit going, man. We gotta keep Power Slap in the mouths of the people. We gotta make names for ourselves. We're the stars of the show, man. Look at the king. He's a fucking star, baby, through and through. He's got the coat on. He's got the Ray-Bans on. He's money, baby. We got to be money. We got to bring this, baby. It's not for me. It's not for you. It's for everybody. It's for Power Slap. It's for all the families, baby. Let's bring all the money. Let's get these people interested. They need to watch us, man. They need to be rooting for us. They need to see these powerful slaps. And when someone gets knocked out, there should be tears in their eyes because they're rooting for that man, just like they're rooting for you. And when you win that championship, you need to bring the heat. You need to come with it. You need to flash that championship belt and say, I'm the fucking champ. No one in this division can test me. And you need to bring it every single time. We need champions. We need people with character. And we need to push this sport into the stratosphere, baby. Let's get it.
Yeah. I mean, perfect timing right now. Obviously, UFC has, fights every single weekend so they can keep that storyline going. But with you guys having a bit of a break, 2.5, 3 months between events, right now is kind of that dog day between it where, obviously creating content is paramount. We're trying our best here. Obviously, it's Slap News to continue to do that, get you guys, into the stratosphere, giving you guys that opportunity, that training, giving you the platform to be able to get your information out there, which is a perfect segue for me to take a little moment and say, if you like the content on this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And if you want to see any further comments, for Ryan Phillips on a future interview, let us know in the comments section below. The King of King is always here for Slap News. He is bringing it hot every single day. He's got the hottest whoppers on the menu. You know where to get it. Slap News is here for you. Ryan Phillips, King of motherfucking Kings. Appreciate you joining me here today, my man.
Hey, man, always a pleasure, Corey. You're my motherfucking man. Slap News is the motherfucking place. And you better like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Put it in that motherfucking algorithm and get these people knowing who Corey Swagos is, baby. Let's get it.
Awesome, buddy. Much love.
Much love, brother.